Welcome back. For more than 20 years, the Jack and Jill Foundation have been helping families care for their children who live with special conditions at home.
One such child is this little angel, Leo Johnston, who joins us now along with his mum, Joan, and Jack and Jill nurse, Caroline Thomas. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Especially to you, Leo. He's settling in nicely.
He's looking at himself over there in the monitor.
Yeah, it's always a novelty when children are here.
I do that all the time, Leo.
Simon still does it.
I still do it. Oh, it's me. I'm on the telly.
Good morning to you all. Joan, I'm going to come to you first.
Sure.
Tell us about Leo and tell us about the condition he has.
Leo is 2.5 and he has a condition called Angelman syndrome, which to us means that we may never hear him speak. Because kids with Angelman syndrome tend to be non-verbal. We live with seizures a lot. He started having seizures back in January. So it's a big change for us as a family. He has a 4-year-old sister and life can be very, very difficult at home.
Well, do you know what? When I got to, like every parent, you know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you're going around the house and you're thinking there's so much to be done. And then I read a story like yours and I realise he's awake 18 to 20 hours a day. And it just puts everything into perspective.
He can be. Yeah.
He can be, OK. So just give us a sense of a typical day for you as a mum.
So basically Leo will be up in the morning anywhere between 4 and 6. And he's tube fed. So we have to feed him. He takes, I think, 10 or 12 different medications a day, so he has to have his morning medications.
When you say tube fed, is it a peg?
Yeah, he has a little
button?
Mikey button. Yeah, so he's like a little human armband. He's got a little armband valve there that we feed him through. And yeah, he's always active. He never stops moving.
And he never stops smiling.
He never stops smiling. That's part of his condition. It's a neurogenetic condition, so he and part of it is a characteristic happy demeanour. So it really does make life easier, especially, you know, you do your normal day with your 2-year-old child. He's into everything, but he never stops moving. And when kids get tired, like my daughter would have gotten tired, she might have fallen asleep. Leo's body doesn't let him settle, so he doesn't sleep.
And then you mentioned, on top of that, then there's potentially seizures every day.
No, they're well controlled with medications. He's on 2 different seizure medications at the moment, and we have rescue medications for when he has particularly bad days as well. I've had to take carers leave from work just this year because they started, and we have had, so far this year, 7 hospital admissions, 6 in the first 6 months. But mainly because he was sick and then the seizures would come on and they just complicate everything.
And what about his mobility?
He is quite delayed. He can't sit by himself yet. He crawls. He should walk. Maybe by...
His hands on that mic.
Yes, I told you he was going to eat a mic, didn't I? So, yeah, he'll probably walk by the age of maybe 5. Some angels can be quite delayed. We do actually call them angels.
You do call them angels. That's so sweet.
They're so sweet, how could you not?
I know, adorable.
But, yeah, life can be very difficult, and when you don't get sleep and you're awake, some nights, like last night, he had a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
But the night before, he woke at midnight and he was awake until 6:45 in the morning, and my husband was in the depths of the despair because in the middle of the night I had gone to Limerick to visit my dad, and Dave was there with the kids and he'd been there, put them down in the evening, and then he...
But children will put a strain on a relationship anyway. Never mind children with a special condition like this.
We've never left the newborn phase. And even the newborn phase with Leo was really tough because we were getting 2 hours cumulative sleep in 24 hours because he would sleep in very short blocks, 20-minute blocks, and that was it. You were getting 20 minutes sleep at a go, and we've never really left that newborn phase.
No, you're still in it.
Yeah, the only thing consistent about Leo is that he's consistently inconsistent. So we can have a good night, and then we can have... terrible nights. So we've been going for months with very little sleep now. We went through the summer with a couple of good months, but now we've been pretty tough. And he gets tired, and when he doesn't sleep, his seizures get worse.
Yes.
And then everything is just...
There's all sorts of knock-on effects.
It's a vicious cycle.
So, Caroline, this story is familiar to you guys in terms of the level of care and attention that the kids need at home. And that's where you guys come in. You try to help and support.
Yeah, so Leo would be a fairly typical family for us with Jack and Jill. So I suppose I met Joan about 1.5 years ago. So basically we fund and deliver home nursing care at home for children very much like Leo, and also children at end of life. And really it's just about giving the parents a break. So obviously it varies in every family how many hours they would receive.
Come on over to us.
He's allowed to move around, aren't you, Leo? Oh, look at you, you're divine. Sorry. Let me have a squeeze first.
You continue on, Caroline. Well, we fall all over the baby.
Sorry, Caroline, as you talk about it.
Yeah, so basically when I met Joan,
you want to go back to Mum?
I suppose sleep and tiredness, as she says, was a huge thing with Joan and Leo and Dave.
What do you guys, practically, how do you help families?
So
for people who don't know.
Yeah, so basically we fund and deliver the home nursing care. So basically at home, to the family. So, as I said, varying on the child's condition and their needs as to how many hours.
Yeah.
So, Joan would have about 2 nights a week so she can sleep. And also some hours during the day so she can spend time with Ella. Just go to the shops, you know, catch up on ordinary stuff that most families have to do.
And most families have other babies and other kids as well. That needs your time as well. Do you know what I mean?
We had a nurse yesterday taking care of Leo so we could go to Ella's ballet recital.
There you go.
Because he is always active and always looking for attention. So it would have just taken away from her. And she needs to know that she's as important as he is. All too often, we have to focus all of our energy on Leo because he's having a seizure or there's something going on with him, and she gets what's left over of our parenting energy at the end of the day. So it's important.
We're seeing some beautiful pictures on the screen of the two of them now.
She's so proud of him being her brother.
Of course she is.
She
do you know what I have to say about him? When he makes eye contact with you,
oh, he's gorgeous. He's looking into your soul, isn't he?
Connects with
Are you not coming over to me at all? No, I thought we were pals.
This guy?
I thought we were pals.
No,
back to me. Let's show you this. Let's show you this.
It's so important.
I know, I'm gorgeous here, haven't I? I am gorgeous here, haven't I? Are you laughing at my hair? Here, look, let's show you this.
Tell us about
these candles.
Oh, these beautiful candles.
Look at these.
So they're designed by Paul Costello, and they are €22 each, and I think there's 2 for €20. So it's all up on our website, and obviously they were done for Christmas. They're beautiful gifts, and at the bottom of every candle is a little pendant, like one that I'm wearing, and in a little tin. And there's 2 diamond ones which haven't been discovered yet. So somebody lucky is going to get a nice diamond.
2 diamond ones?
Yeah, diamond ones, yeah. So at the very bottom there's a little tin when the candle burns, and just at the very bottom there's a little tin with the pendant. Yeah. So they're beautiful, and their fragrance is lovely. I think one is grapefruit and champagne, and the other one is lime and ginger.
Delicious,
gorgeous. They're really nice.
And I suppose all of these fundraising efforts are so important. I've met Jonathan before. I know the story of Jack and Jill, but you're living it and you're seeing what benefit it has to your family.
It's really huge. We were diagnosed just about a year and a half ago, and we were referred to Jack and Jill. And within 2 weeks, Caroline was in our living room saying, "We can help you." And we had been living with Angelman syndrome for a year without knowing what it was, getting very little sleep, and both myself and my husband ended up with quite severe depression, and we were in hell. And Caroline came along and said, "Yeah, we can help." And within a couple of weeks we had somebody coming in that was able to help take care of Leo, because he's so complex at the moment that you can't ask the girl down the road to come and take care of your kids.
No, it does take specially trained angels like
Especially
Caroline
trained
to
angels
appear.
and people who actually give birth to the children, because, you know, you have to become the expert.
Of course you do.
Yeah, and we don't have family in Dublin, so Jack and Jill have been a lifeline for us.
And you were hugely emotional when you saw the front page of the Irish Times. Just give us a quick sense of what that did for you.
To be honest, there were times over the last 2.5 years where I've been stuck in my living room and I have felt I had no value other than taking care of Leo and the financial burden and the medical burden that he places on society. And it was a very low place to be. I'd always prided myself quite strongly on being a professional. I'm a physiotherapist. I spent a long time in university studying for that. I took pride in my career. I love my job. And here I was at home, and Leo was very, very sick, and I was constantly worried. So when I saw myself and Leo on the front page of the Irish Times, I thought, wow, I have some value to contribute to society to help fundraise for Jack and Jill. We're so grateful to them, and it gave me, it just gave me a little bit of a pick-up when I needed it. And Leo is just so loving and charming, and, you know, I mean, he has a profound intellectual disability and he's developmentally delayed. And
well, he's up to stealing our hearts, I think.
I know, and that's what he does.
I think you're incredible. We know he's gorgeous and he's beautiful.
But you are doing incredible.
But I think Mum needs a hug. I think from one mum to another, I think you are incredible.
He wants a hug.
He's getting jealous now, isn't he?
He wants a hug. Here, you go up to your man.
Come on, my love.
We're out of time.
Thank you, ladies, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Viewers can see the importance that this makes to every family. And even 1 hour costs what?
€16.
16 euro.
An hour's care.
Go and buy your candles.
So you can donate. It's all the information is up on the website.
Brilliant.
How you can donate.
Jack and Jill. Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you, Leo. Now, up next, more winter styles that promise to be longer lasting than your Christmas tree. See you soon.